first of all, because obviously it's been a year since we last spoke, will you tell me a bit about how the past year has been for you and for the charity?
So yeah, we launched a year ago, and you know, I'll be honest, with very little idea of exactly how to do what we were doing, what we were getting ourselves in for. You know, it was just came from a place of wanting to help and wanting to do what we could for people who are maybe experiencing similar feelings to Scott. I mean, it feels like a long time, and it feels like it's flown by at the same period. But it's been very up and down, being something so close to our hearts. It's brought with it, you know, equal parts sadness as it has joy. You know, there's been moments where you kind of question why you're doing this, you know, and so yeah, but you know, it's overall it's been brilliant, and I've learned so much. And you know, obviously in my personal life it's been great. My wife was pregnant most of the year, and we've now got a daughter, so that's been brilliant. So yes, overall it's been good, but it's been a steep learning curve for sure.
Mm-hmm. And how does it feel to have created, you know, this really brilliant legacy of your brother? Because I think I think the mantra and the motto of the charity, you know, make tiny changes, is just something that resonates with every single person. And yeah, what do you think he'd be saying now?
He'd probably be quite embarrassed that we're using his lyrics. You know, is that kind of person. But no, I think he'd be immensely proud and happy to know that you know, it's his legacy that is carrying this responsibility. And he was such a big character and a big personality that it's hard to sort of, you know, bring that into it without trying to, you know, speak for him or use his language.
Mm-hmm. And you touched on, you know, you want it to be for everyone a tiny bit there, and I had no idea that there was this online community of fans that are helping each other as well. And I thought that was, you know, really incredible that people can just say how they're feeling and share ideas and notes and stuff like that.
Yeah, that Frightened Rabbit, the Facebook group, I don't know if it existed before Scott died, but it certainly sort of morphed into something else after that anyway, and it became a place that people went to, a hub where you could you know, speak to like-minded people who are going through the same thing. It's something I've thought about a lot over the past 2 years, is, you know, my grief as Scott's brother and a bandmate, and all the things that I lost alongside that, how that compares to someone else's grief. And that's kind of irrelevant. You know, everyone's grief, whatever situation they're in, or however close they are or were to a person or a situation, that's their personal grief that they need to go through. So it's as important that is sort of acknowledged.
You and your family, you know, you created this charity, and you created a space where people could, you know, they felt their community values, and they felt that they could open up. And I think a lot of people might have just shut off, you know, having had something that tragic happen to them.
You know, that in itself is, I feel, is an achievement. And there were times last year when I wish I had chosen to, you know, bury my head and disappear and just try and work through my grief and the experience, not alone, but certainly in a more personal way. And but seeing, even in the first year, seeing the impact the charity's had, people feel close to it, and they feel like they want to be part of it, because it needs to be there as well, which is the downside of it. I wish it didn't. You know, I wish this charity didn't have to exist.
And the last thing I wanted to touch on was just about the lockdown and how I think music right now has a role that's perhaps more important than it's ever been before.
Yep, music. I mean, in any situation, I would argue music is vital. But you're right that at the moment it's even more so. Again, it's something for me that I've always felt brings people together. You know, put on a song that you normally dance to and have a dance in the living room. You know, and what you know, watch some of your favorite artists do streams. But you can lie in your bed and do it. You know, like that's a great thing. You don't really get an opportunity to watch. You know, Simon from Biffy play when you're sitting in your boxer shorts at home. That's amazing.
Yeah, there's this real intimacy, I think, to it, which is lovely. And you mentioned the listening parties there. It was yours a couple of weeks ago, and every single person that I follow on Twitter seemed to have their own story, about going to a Frightened Rabbit gig or just what the music meant to them.
And have this collective togetherness, but also at the same time you're feeling it very personally, and you're feeling like it's been written about your life.
Mm-hmm. And what does it mean for you to have this amazing catalogue of songs, that he's written, that he's performing, that you can just listen to when you need to?
Yeah, I actually, that was the first time I've listened to the album. I've listened to a few songs over the past couple of years, but for me, the best thing about having this catalogue of music is something that I can show my daughter as she's growing up. She will have a relationship with their uncle.
There's one lyric in particular that you would want her to carry through her life. Which one would it be?
The sort of closing lines from Oil Slick. We've still got hope, so I think we'll be fine. In these disastrous times, is one that I would want her to carry with her. It's one that I always do, and I know that song as well was one that Scott was particularly proud of, and that message of hope is one that I would encourage everyone to take with them.
Oh, that's a perfect way, I think, to end.
Cool.
Thank you so much. It's been so lovely to chat to you.
Oh no, it's okay. Thank you very much for asking.